So, I don't dislike the Tua signing, but at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, what do you guys think? I just have a lot of questions in like everybody involved, bro, because I mean, the Dolphins, what do they pay? They basically paid out 90 mil just to get rid of Tua. They basically paid out 90 million just to get rid of Tua Tagovailoa and get him off the team. Mike McDaniel basically gave up on him. And Mike McDaniel, you can critique him all you want, but as a head coach, I'm like, sure, yeah, go ahead and talk, but I'm like, his system was super quarterback friendly in my opinion. Some people would argue against that and be like, league kind of figured it out, this and that, yada yada yada. I don't buy into that at all. But I'm like, we seen Tua Tagovailoa, it didn't work out. A lot of injuries happening, lots of people questioning whether, all the concussions, the head injuries, if it may be time for him to retire. And Tua, I mean, he was fairly healthy this past season. He played. But we kind of saw the sinking ship with the Miami Dolphins. And it's just weird around Tua right now. It's like, what type of player is he? And, something that we'd see from Tua, I feel like early on in his career, is he wasn't like a super mobile guy. That was never like his thing. But you'd see him like kind of like take off. Well, I don't know if it's a result of like all these head injuries and just everything that's happened to him. I feel like there's a lot of hesitation when it comes to him running. And, we've seen it with certain quarterbacks. Like there will be like 3 or 4 yards out in front of them and they can clearly run and they just don't. Then they end up passing, ends up being an incomplete pass on a third down. They're having to punt it away. You just never know the game situation. Maybe it's a playoff game. They need to get a first. There's just so many scenarios. And with Tua, he's just in such a weird spot right now. I just don't really know what type of QB Atlanta's getting. I don't, because the guy in Miami that I watched when he was good, super accurate passer, right? Not the best with the deep ball, but everywhere else, like Tua was really good on his timing. And like I said, super accurate passer. The weird thing is, as you would literally see at times this past season with Miami, like they beat the Buffalo Bills in that one game, and like Tua looked great. And then other games you'd watch him, and it was just a straight up just like dud, like nothing. It's just like, what type of quarterback are we getting with this dude, right? And there are some quarterbacks in the league like that, where it's just like at times they could be playing so good, and at times it could just be like, what the fuck are we watching right now? That's how I felt with Tua. So now Tua's going to a scenario where I feel like with Kevin Stefanski, who some people have a lot of like respect, people have high praise for Kevin Stefanski. I don't know. All I know is that with Kevin Stefanski, with the Cleveland Browns, I don't know. I don't get all the like high praise for Kevin Stefanski. I'm gonna give him another chance with this Atlanta deal. So I'm willing to see like how is it gonna work in Atlanta. Now we're getting Kevin Stefanski and Tua Tagovailoa. So I'm like, Kevin Stefanski, his relationships with his quarterbacks are weird, right? And we saw the relationship with Tua with his past 2 coaches kind of go down the drain. And so I'm like, Kevin Stefanski, are you going to like come in and act and be like a leader, and you're not just going to put your guys down? Because you look at the Atlanta Falcons quarterback room right now. You have Michael Penix, who's also a lefty. Michael Penix is young. He's going into what is it, his 3rd year. He's very unproven. This past season, he did end up getting hurt, but he's like super up and down. So you don't know what you're getting there. And now we're getting Tua, and this is like kind of like a Kyler Murray situation in the way I see it, as in I feel like Tua would be the starter. But I'm like, Michael Penix isn't like JJ McCarthy. Michael Penix actually showed a little bit more growth than JJ McCarthy. Not a lot. It's not a lot, but he showed more signs than JJ McCarthy. So I'm like, who are they going to be starting? I would guess that they're probably going to go with Tua Tagovailoa, but I don't know. And so this is Tua's like basically last chance to show off to the league if he is a starter or not. in my opinion. I mean, he came out of that 2020 NFL draft, right? Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts. What other quarterback am I forgetting about in that draft? Joe Burrow? Yeah, I believe Joe Burrow. Correct me if I'm wrong about Joe Burrow. I could be wrong on that. But this is Tua Tagovailoa's last chance, man. It really is. And I slightly kind of, it's just the NFL. I was about to say I feel bad, but it's just the NFL, man. Just the Kevin Stefanski thing kind of has me like, can't put it all on Tua, but I'm like, it's not like the Atlanta Falcons don't have weapons. I mean, they got Drake London. They got rid of Tyler Algier, but they still have Bijan Robinson, who I think could raise the floor and be one of the best backs in the league. We saw Tua during his time in Miami, he had good running backs. He did. You look at Devon Achane. Devon Achane is one of the most underrated backs in the league. He's insane. So now you don't have a Waddle, right? Tyreek Hill ended up getting hurt, but you don't have a Waddle. You don't have a Devon Achane. But now you have Bijan Robinson. You have a Drake London. And you have a Kyle Pitts, who they just re-signed. I'm sure they'll go out and get another wide receiver. This is Tua's last chance, in my opinion, to go out there and show the league as a whole, everybody, that he is a starter. Even if Kevin Stefanski, even if his coaching isn't on point, if Tua Tagovailoa can go out there and just outshine and just be good, literally just like Kyler Murray, just showed that he could be a starter, then who knows what the future holds for him, right? But if he's bad, I think this could be the door pretty much closing on him being a starter for the rest of his time in his NFL career. Now, I'm not saying he couldn't like fill in, like go somewhere, be like a stopgap quarterback or anything, but I'm like talking about like long-term quarterback start, right? Like I think this is his last chance. And I'm not trying to say that I don't think there aren't any excuses, but at the same time, with the way things went, I'm like, he has to make it right here. He does. This is his last chance to prove that he could be that long-term starter with the Atlanta Falcons. So I don't know really what to expect this upcoming year, but I feel like that's kind of like that's the bar. Like, you need to meet those expectations. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys let me know what you guys think about Tua. Is it a great signing? Is it a good signing? Or is it just trash? Like, what do you guys think overall for Atlanta? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Be sure to drop a like, subscribe to your boy. All we do is talk football here. Appreciate you watching. Go have a good weekend. I know I just dropped another video. I said this last video, but go have a good weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. And I'll catch you guys later. Appreciate you watching. I'm outie. Deuces.